Hey there, food fans. I hear you're doing the flour power experiment. It's a good one. You might even get to nibble some bread when you're done. But first, let's think about our science question that relates to bread. Like, I don't know, how come bread's got so many bubbles? Why is it different colors? How does it hold together and not just fall apart like a potato chip or a cracker? There's all sorts of questions you might ask when you're eating bread. Why does it taste so good? Why does it taste like a marshmallow even though it's not made out of the same thing? Those are good questions that might start out. Then as you get going, you want to think about how you're going to work on this experiment. Okay? So this one, you're going to take a piece of paper. You're going to have some bread. An option is to have another type of bread. So I've got an English muffin and I've got some rye. So rye bread is it's got some special qualities to it. It's got a lot of gluten, and the way it's baked, usually the gluten kind of stretches out in a way that makes it a bit chemically, structurally different than other breads. Although the English muffin's got some nice bubbles, so we'll have to see. I also got some flour, because that's another option some of you might want to do. You're actually going to kind of make a dough, non-baked, and compare it to bread that's been baked. Piece of paper and a pencil. Okay? Now, I'm going to write a note. And I'm going to actually just going to write a line. Just like that. It's like a squiggle. Maybe I'll write a darker one. See that one? Yeah. And now the goal of this is to see if you can take a piece of bread. I'm going to pull out the middle part called the crumb. And I'm going to just kind of squish it together a bit. It's kind of like a little piece of Play-Doh, sort of. And there's a chemical in here called gluten, that will cause these lines to hopefully disappear. Let's see if it works. Ooh, definitely became lighter. I'm gonna try my light line. Oh my goodness, it's disappearing. Check it out. It's gone. Wow. So there's something inside the bread, chemical, that causes it to bind with the carbon. This is carbon, it's not lead, it's carbon inside the pencil, and pull it off. Now, if you're going to change something about your experiment, you might want to say, how does a white bread work? How does sourdough work? How does an English muffin work? How does a whole wheat with lots of grains work? If bread works, why doesn't something like a bread work, like a cracker? Would a cracker work? Um, what if I have some flour and I add a little bit of water? Ooh, and I make a dough, a really thick dough. I wonder if... Ooh, this one's kind of messy. Get permission for that one first, okay? Water and flour. Oh, yeah. Would this act like an eraser too? I mean, if it's got some of the same chemicals as the bread, it should work, but it hasn't been baked, so I don't know. It's up to you to try. So try it with one bread, try it with a different bread, light lines, dark lines. I wonder if it even takes felt pen off. There's so many things to try. Good luck.